Hello there. Welcome to Below Deck, brought to you by the Empower SCL Student Leadership Team, where we talk about untold stories in our history.
We are doing this project by reading and discussing Keith Benson's book, The Power and the Glory. We wanted to switch things up by learning more about our true history and then becoming teachers of our history ourselves.
The goal of this project is to give younger viewers the knowledge we feel they should know about their culture.
The Dutch East India Company was the world's first multinational corporation. It began the world's first stock market in Amsterdam, Holland in 1602. Not only was the Dutch East Indian Company unique for its multinational operations and its stock market, it was also unique because the Dutch government granted it extraordinary powers. The Dutch East Indian Company was granted power to make laws, mint money, make war, and conduct its own affairs as it saw fit. Also known as the VOC, the Dutch East Indian Company took international colonialism and imperialism to levels unseen in history. It dominated countries like Indonesia, committed genocide on islands like Banda, and replaced original inhabitants with enslaved human beings from neighboring islands. The British East Indian Company predated the Dutch, beginning in the 1600s, but they did not offer stocks or have nearly the impact that the Dutch East Indian Company had initially. Immediately after the success of the VOC in 1606, King James I of England granted a charter or charter to the Virginia's Company of London to settle Jamestown, Virginia. King James of Bible fame also granted the Virginia's Company of Plymouth, a separate group, a charter that eventually would settle New England. Immediately after the success of VOC in 1606, King James I of England granted a charter to the Virginia Company of London to settle Jamestown, Virginia. King James of Bible fame also granted the Virginia's Company of Plymouth, a separate group, a charter that eventually would settle New England.
Wait, you wanted him to learn about the Dutch East India Company?
Yeah, I told them to stay tuned for the next video.
Oh, welcome to Below Deck, Our Hidden History, where we'll be discussing The Power and the Glory by Keith Benson.
Today we'll be discussing part 8 of the Dutch East Indian Company. Basically, the East Indians were given powers to make laws and make money.
Wow.
Because of this, they had a lot of political power and took over many countries.
British company started before the Dutch company, but in the end they didn't do as good. After the success of VOC, King James I of England gave rights to the Virginia Company to settle in Jamestown.
That's all for now. Stay tuned.
#StayWoke.